Nine ball is a game of focus. It's a cue sport played with nine balls, which are sunk in numerical order. The player who makes the nine ball wins the game, but if at any point you miss, your opponent picks up where you left off. Every shot is about two things. One, making the ball in front of you, and two, positioning the cue ball so that your next shot is easy to execute. Combination my parents got me when I was 6 years old. In 7th grade, they finally bought a real 7-foot slate pool table, and I played on that thing all the time. Morning, night, day, evening, it didn't really matter to me. I would always be on that thing. I'm pretty sure my parents regretted buying it when I kept them up many a night at 1 o'clock in the morning. But none of my friends had a table to play on, or much less the interest to do so, so of course, whenever I played them, I ended up the champion. My junior year of high school, I took the plunge into an even deeper level of billiard nerddom, watching the pros play on the YouTube. I began to idolize the guys like Efren Reyes and Johnny Archer who could seemingly move the cue ball with their minds. It was amazing to me. And so I started to really, really want it. And more importantly, I thought I could do it. So I got the everything that was necessary. The fancy pool cue. I got the octagonal fancy chalk. I even got the fancy three-fingered billiard glove that makes you look like a major douche when you're playing at the pool hall. And so I kept on playing. I kept on playing rack after rack, practicing and practicing, just trying to make my game look like theirs.
Go.
My practicing involved running rack after rack, from 1 through 9, and I did this over and over and over again. Don't get me wrong, it was loads of fun, but it probably wasn't the best thing I could have been doing to prepare myself for the big leagues. Capitola has a Monday night 9-ball tournament. Now how could I resist this? I was largely undefeated, coming to a new town, hoping to establish myself as an up-and-coming young player, and more importantly, possibly win $150. So who is my first professional matchup against? Who else other than Sal, the 300-pound biker practicing in a haze of his own cigar smoke in the corner? Needless to say, I was a little bit concerned at this point. So Sal comes over, he tells me I can have the break, and then he goes ahead and sets up the diamond for me. And I take my break. The 3-ball goes in off the break, and it leaves me a position on the 1. So I take it, moves me over to the 2-ball, which brings me nicely over for a 4-ball corner shot, and everything is going swimmingly in the rack. Everything goes in, everything leaves me exactly where I need to be, and I'm feeling just like the pros I've been watching since high school. Until I come to the 9-ball. Nice, easy corner shot, but somehow it stays up. The rest of the match went exactly like that last shot. Nothing felt natural, I second-guessed everything, and after every shot I missed, I would go sit down and look up to see Sal silently and dedicatedly cleaning up shop on the table. He missed a few and let me back to the table, but I never really ran more than 2 or 3 balls the rest of that game. So then Sal says to me, "You shoot pretty good, kid, but you need to work on your fundamentals." And I was mad. I was really mad at the time because I'd been playing for 6 years. I was solid. I knew what I was doing. But later on, when cooler heads prevailed, I realized that he was right. I'd spent so long playing rack after rack that I never learned how to hit one ball. What YouTube doesn't show are the countless hours that the professionals spend in back rooms practicing the same shot so that they can actually make that 9-ball when the time comes. You don't train for a marathon by instantly running 25 miles, and you don't train to learn how to win racks of 9-ball just by playing racks of 9-ball. It takes a lot more dedication and a lot more tedious work than that. It's a bit like life in that respect. You see a lot of people doing a lot of wonderful jobs, but what you don't see is all of the hard work they put in to get there. I'm trying to learn that lesson, but so often I find myself getting preoccupied trying to make myself look like whatever I'm trying to become. In the long term, nothing matters but the 9, but in the short term it's really important to focus on what's in front of you. That really goes for everything in all walks of life. The reason I missed that 9-ball that day wasn't because it was a hard shot or because I couldn't make it. It was just because I thought that I already had made it.